lovely start to the day. It is 8:02 on a Thursday morning. It is the 12th of December. Can you believe that? Rise and shine. Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Eric Burst. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's doing in the world of weather, hopefully getting your day started off on the right note. Gotta point out, though, these temperatures are definitely going to get your attention. I will say it was cooler earlier, and then it got warmer, and now that the sun is up, it's going to continue to get warmer. But like Orlando, briefly got into the 40s and then got right back to 50 degrees, and now we're hanging at 55 degrees. It's 53 in Leesburg, 51 outside in Ocala, and 52 degrees in Daytona Beach. So it is a lovely start, but it's definitely a cool start to the day. A nice breeze, cold front moving through the area. As a matter of fact, let's look at the satellite and radar. If I can find the thing showing the cold front. There we are. And you can see that cold front marching right through our area. And as it does so, it is going to make all the difference in the world. So for us today, let's look at the 12-hour forecast. All right. We start off nice and comfortably cool, but we just don't bring the temperature up much during the day. 64 degrees noon, 66 degrees. That's it. That's the tweet. That's the high temperature, 66. And then we'll kind of drop off from there. And tonight's going to be even colder. But before we get to tonight, let's just look at the forecast for today, okay? Our high temperatures around Central Florida, 62 degrees. Yeah, by lunchtime. And then we just struggle beyond that. So Orlando will top off at 66, 67 in Claremont, 69 for us in Melbourne. This is going to be a nice and chilly one for you. Whatever your plans are today should be good. It's just going to be a nice and cool evening. And then looking ahead to tonight, look at where we go. All right, Marion County, for example, coldest temperatures that we're going to see from this little weather pattern. 36 in Ocala, 36 in Bellevue, 36 in Dunellen. Look at that. Yep. 40 degrees in Bushnell. It's 41 in Lake Pennsauken, 43 in Leesburg, 42 Astatoula, and 43 in Claremont. And then we move off to the east just a little bit, and it's going to be kind of the same idea here, where those temperatures are going to be a little milder right at the shoreline. 53 in Cocoa Beach, 50 degrees in Melbourne, 49 in Palm Bay. You're inland just a little bit. 41 though in Kenansville, 46 degrees in Kissimmee, and then of course into the metro. You get the idea here. It's 46 in Winter Park, 45 in Windermere, 41 in DeLand, and 43 degrees in Daytona Beach. So we've got ourselves a nice little stretch. This cold front is going to do the tick just perfectly. Temperatures are going to look like this, okay? Today is going to be the cooler afternoon. Tomorrow morning, the cool morning. Then notice Friday afternoon and then Saturday afternoon, we bring those temperatures up just a little bit, right? Yeah. And then we look to the GFS and the European, and they're showing a little bit of a drop in temperatures Sunday into Monday. That's going to be our next cold front that's going to make some changes. And then after that, here's what's super interesting. Okay, after that, here's the GFS. After the front next week, we warm up. Here's the European. After the front next week, we warm up, which means, and we have talked about this, for Christmas week, my friends, there you go. When did we first say Christmas week looked like it was going to be mild? How long has it been? I feel like it was around Thanksgiving. Could it have been just before Thanksgiving? It's been a few weeks, and we're still a few weeks away. But I remember saying in November, Christmas week was looking mild. I know we did that here on Coffee Talk. Does anybody have that date written down? I do love long range forecasting. Yeah. Diane says, I did not ask for a warm up for Christmas. Diane, I did not do it for you. I did not do it at all. As it turns out, I don't have actual control over this sort of thing. But it is kind of fascinating when you see things like a long range forecast playing out, right? Isn't that wild? So anyway, that's what we're saying. Jonathan Nova says, I remember you saying that too in November, right? Yeah. The Thomas Howard on YouTube wanted to ask you why the morning show is a promotion for you since you've been with Wesh for so long. Monday through Friday and consistency. That's the promotion there. So yes. and getting to work with Megan Mackey on like a daily basis, it's not a bad gig. We beat each other up in a beautiful. I think it's a beautiful way. I think it's a beautiful way. Ugh. So yeah. But anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting. So I did my little reel this morning talking about Christmas week, how at least at the moment that's the way it's looking like it's playing out. So anyway, the European wants to try and throw a little cold front in on that direction. So let's do this. Let's look at the kind of overall pattern here. And let's try and look ahead. Here's the GFS, for example. High pressure building in. Yeah, look at that. There's your warm up. There's your warm up. The 16th, 17th. There's the 19th and 20th, still warm. Yeah, maybe a few. Look at that, though. There. Okay, so we had talked about how Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, there may be a cold front. And look right there. It looks like there's a front that's not wanting to move in. So the GFS is holding this big area of high pressure firm and just not wanting to let it go. Whereas the European, let's switch over. We have to go from the 60. The 60 doesn't go far enough out, so we have to go to the 0Z. There's that next front. So that's Christmas. That's Christmas Eve. It's got a very weak front coming through on Christmas Day. Isn't that funny how that works? Man, oh man. So it's not dialed in yet. Certainly we're way, way, way out there. But I like looking at long range forecasting and pattern recognition. Pattern recognition is a very big thing. So at the moment, I would say, just like we discussed weeks ago, Christmas is still okay. So Tara says, you said cold front on Christmas or a little bit before Thanksgiving. Okay, so so here we are on the 11th. The models are starting to show that exact idea. Isn't that wild? Euro wants to put a cold front in around Thanksgiving or Christmas Day. The GFS does not. So we'll see how this plays out. Plenty of time to watch it. We are closing in though on the holidays. So there's that. It's also just wild to think like we are 2 weeks away from Christmas now. We are 20 days, just under 3 weeks away from the new year. That's wild, right? Isn't that wild? Man. Mary Ellen's asking, any news about New Year? What, as far as the forecast goes? Beverly's asking about the long range cycle length. We're working on it. We're working on it. Wild how spot on you've been. You're good at your job. Thank you, Tara. I appreciate you very much. Beverly, though, is asking about the cycle length. We're still working on it. I don't have that dialed in. I'm currently working theory is in the 60-day range. 60s, lower 60s. That's the longest cycle since I've been doing this. Oh man, hope so, Debbie, for you and Cannoli's sake. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. You'll notice some ups and some downs on the 7-day forecast, but the real thing, the really noticeable thing, is going to be how we drop today. So today's gonna be cooler. Tomorrow morning's cold. We start to warm a little bit Friday. We warm a little bit Saturday. We warm a little bit Sunday. Drop again Monday. After that Monday drop, we're going to the races and we're warming and we're warming and we're warming right up to Christmas Day. So plan accordingly. Again, we look at the raw American model. I mean, that puts it into perspective right there. You know what I mean? Like there's that front on Monday, but then afterward it's up and up and up, right? So yeah. And the European is no different here. Looking at the European, right? I mean, the difference between the GFS and the European is that the European wants to try and drop our temperatures just a little bit on Christmas Day, but it's still the same kind of theory of warming temperatures right up through. So yeah. Terry says, I had written we expect a cold front 16th, 17th, 18th, then a warm up for Christmas. So it's coming in the 15th instead of the 16th, Terry. So it's coming in. Yeah, that front's coming in just a little early. All right, let me get this next weather hit put together. Tomorrow's detention for all. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a party tomorrow. We're going to have a party if you're coming out to Daytona. I'll tell you this, though. If you're coming out to the Daytona International Speedway, it's going to be chilly. You're going to have to bundle up. Like I'm going to have the sweatshirt and the jacket and all of that stuff. We had talked about this yesterday where Jason Guy's got his like warming gloves And that's the kind of weather we're looking at here. Let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to do Daytona here? Let's do Daytona. I haven't done Daytona in a minute. Okay. What? I'm mentioning a girlfriend?
Where are you, Saga?
I heard you this morning on Magic 107.7. Do you previously record it, or is it live each time it comes? I record a hit and then we do one on the phone. I don't know. I don't know if that one on the phone is live or taped, but yeah. So yes. Tim's asking, can I get a warm Christmas too? We got a dusting of snow this morning. My poor friend. I don't know how to tell you that you're probably not going to get a warm Christmas up those parts. Got to come down here for that. You know what I mean? Santa rides the fire truck through the neighborhood tonight, Oliver says. That sounds fun. Oh, might need to bust out some hot. That sounds adorable, actually. So fun. So fun. So anyway, there's our 7-day forecast. You coming out tomorrow? Gonna do Share Your Christmas with us? I hope so. All right. Anything else? All right, we do need to look long range. We can look at the BSR a little bit here. Oh, I don't have it. I'm on the wrong computer. Never mind. We're not going to do that. Beverly says with a longer cycle length, we have fewer repeats of the nasty weather events. That's correct. That's correct. Yep. All right. I'm getting stuff ready for Share Your Christmas. Got a lot of other stuff going on. So we'll see you tomorrow. Does that sound good, you guys? We're going to be out there broadcasting live all morning long, but I think the event itself starts at 6 a.m. So I'll be at the Daytona International Speedway. Sonic, I believe, is going to be at the sheriff's office. And Lake County, Jason Guy is going to be at DeLuca YMCA in Marion County. We have Crew Brevard, we have Crew Osceola. It's going to be all over. So come join us and share your Christmas. Please, please, please. Even if you can just donate $1 digitally, remember $1 to the digital fund becomes $4 worth of buying power. It's a really, really worthy cause, especially into the holidays. There are so many people that are food insecure that we don't even realize. So please help share your Christmas. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. In the meantime, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk.